What's up, Cloud Gamers? Welcome to the Cloud Gaming Extreme channel. Just want to apologize for starting this Let's Chat a little late. Was just running into some technical difficulties with just connecting my stream, and it's kind of weird. Again, when you go live, crazy things happen. I actually was gonna start, and my camera just was not adjusting properly, and I didn't know what it was, and so I messed around with it. I think I got it to look. It's not 100%, but I'll take this over what it was previously. But enough with the fluff. Let's get right into the Let's Chat. Again, something I love about this Let's Chat is this gives me an opportunity to get to interact with you guys, to get to talk to you guys, to get to know you guys better. So feel free to shoot questions my way, and I'll do my best to try and answer them to my best abilities. We'll keep the conversation going. There's several things that I want to talk about. For instance, things like the Google Stadia news with Elder Scrolls. Today, there was a unveiling of the Last of Us gameplay for the PS4, and so I want to talk about: are we going to see that on PSNow, same day release, or is it going to be something that we get eventually later on? And then we're going to talk about some Xcloud news again. I'm going to keep talking about my vision for Xcloud, and hopefully this vision sticks. But some stuff to talk about. But most importantly, is y'all's interaction, right? You guys just having conversations with me, and me answering questions, and me just getting to vibe, connect, and get to know you guys a lot better. So let me know, for those of you guys who are on, what are y'all playing right now? What games are you guys putting some meaty time into? What games are you excited about too? That's another thing that I'm going to talk about later on in this podcast, man. People like Stadia's DOA. Stadia doesn't have any games, but if you do the math, there are actually some pretty good games coming out this fall. And so I'll talk about some of those things too, and see what you guys are hyped up about and interested in. So just give me a sec. Let me just make sure I'm good to go on this front. So I am live, which is good. Just make sure I can see you guys come. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. Charles, what's up, bro? It's good to see you on here for sure. All right, good. I can't I can't hear myself. So that's always a good sign. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so got a new mic, as you guys can see here. Really liking the sound of this microphone. The is a good mic too, but I feel like that picks up a lot of noise. I have my setup in my basement, so I have a freezer down here that every once in a while likes to pick up, likes to make a lot of noise. And so with this microphone, it does a good job just blocking the background noise. So hopefully you guys can notice the difference. Hopefully you guys can hear that better. Um, and so yeah, new headphones, so you guys can see. I have my old stuff too. So if you guys are serious about like getting into YouTubing, and y'all need equipment, and y'all want to buy my old equipment with my old Logitech headset, and my Yeti microphone, let me know. Can give you guys a pretty good deal on that. Next upgrade is gaming share. Listen to this. You guys can hear that squeak. It drives me absolutely insane. Um, I can edit that. It's so comfy, so I really like this chair. This is my everywhere I do paperwork too for my real job, and so comfy that I really like this chair. But it squeaks like crazy, and sometimes when I'm going live, I try to sit back. Y'all hear that squeak? It drives me absolutely insane. So that's the next replacement. But I do this for you guys. I make these changes, right, to make better content. So I hope you guys are appreciating. I hope the sound sounds better. So yeah, let's get into the chat though. I see some of you guys on here. So many things I want to talk about, but you know me, once I get going, man, it's gonna be hard to stop. So let me just take some time, just acknowledge the people and read some of you guys' comments. So Charles, what up, dude? Hello. Did you see the GeForce Now news today? Yeah, yeah, very excited. I'm gonna pull that up. We'll talk more about that too. And again, every Friday we do a cloud gaming news roundup in general. So we will cover GeForce Now news, Google Stadia news, we'll cover Shadow, and then that Xcloud the Temple announces. So the goal for that is to cover, like, give you guys a weekly news roundup of all of the cloud gaming news. So make sure you check back here on Friday. We should have that up and ready for you guys for sure. Right. So yeah, I read, and I'll talk more about that in a bit on the show, Charles. But appreciate you bringing that up. Cheryl says been playing ES Blades on Switch. Elder Scrolls Blade. Decide to get Shadow to play Stadia on my phone and tablet. Yo, so Charles, how's that experience? Because Chief, as you guys know, the partner in the channel, he did a video showing how to bypass playing Stadia in iOS. And some people in the comments weren't that nice. They're like, well, this is not really bypassing, it's just playing another cloud. It's like playing Stadia in another cloud gaming platform. I was like, all right, you guys tell me another way, right? Where you can play Stadia on iOS devices. I mean, we just want to let you guys know that if you guys are really desperate, there is a possibility, there's a way that you guys can actually watch I mean, play Stadia on iOS. But how is that experience for you, Charles? Because again, the comments below, in the comments of that video, some people weren't very nice. But hey, the goal for this channel is to showcase cloud gaming as a whole. So that's why we do the comparison videos. That's why we do the how-tos. We want to show you guys what cloud gaming is about, get you guys hyped up for it, get you guys excited, show you guys what we can do, compare it, the different services, so you guys will know which one is best out there. And so again, that was the goal for the iOS video. Again, want to show you guys that, hey, if you ever want to play Stadia on iOS, Apple is being a-holes. Let me try this. Holes. um, you can bypass it by doing that. By the way, go at XLR. It's really fun to play with. Again, just some of my new setup here, but playing around with this, man, I really like it so far. But ES Blades on Switch, so that was also a mobile game, and I believe when it first came out originally, it was an iOS exclusive. Um, and it came to the Switch, everyone was hyping it up, but then when it came out, no one hardly even talked about it because I believe it came out, it was old, right? When it came out, it didn't come out at the same time as it did with iOS. I think iOS had a little exclusivity with it, right? So, are you liking ES Blades? I tried on the Switch, man. I don't know, it's not my cup of tea, but kudos to those people out there who are having a good time with it. Good time. But man, again, so many things to talk about. So let's get right into some of these things, right? So, excitement level. You guys let me know, how excited are you guys for Elder Scrolls Online? I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about this game, and you guys let me know. So some people in Discord are trying to get me hyped up for this game. So I played EverQuest. I don't know if you guys remember EverQuest, right? EverQuest was one of the first big memo RPGs. It was the ish before World of Warcraft. It was EverQuest. It was made by Sony Online Studio, the same people that made DC Universe, right? I believe, yeah, that is Sony too. But that game was dope. I invested hours, and then I moved on to World of Warcraft. And then I invested in so many hours. I had friends playing. I had my family members playing it. And then I played Final Fantasy. What was it? I think it was third, uh, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 was the online one, I believe, right? So Final Fantasy 11, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But the first online one before 14, I believe 14 was the second. So it came out for the PlayStation 2. And that's when I was like really PS2 was selling like hot fire, right? Xbox Live was new. Halo was an Xbox. People were rejoicing, and Sony was trying to combat Microsoft Xbox with the online service. That's when, I don't know if you guys remember, they made the network adapter for the PS2. You plug in the back, and then the only games available was SOCOM, US Navy SEALs, and like Final Fantasy. And then they later released like Siphon Filter Online. But there were like only 3 games available for the PS2 online. But I remember Final Fantasy was one of those games, and I went ham. This was like my college years, so I would stay up nights, like late nights, early morning playing fine. So I invested a lot of time, played it with friends, played it with brother, and like it was dope. And so after Final Fantasy, what's the next memoir? I believe it was Elder Scrolls that I moved into, and I played it, played it, played it. And to me, it's just that same thing of you get in, it's hot, but it's never ending. And realistically speaking, I don't know if I want to go back, to it. I wish in a way that they'll let you carry your PS4 save. I know PC to Stadia has the cross game saves, but I played on the PS4, and it's kind of a bummer because if I was ever to get back, I don't want to start from the get go. I would like to port my OG character in, but I can't with the PS4. Kind of like the Division 2. I played that hardcore on the PS4. Sonny and I and our friend ECN from this, my family too, cousins, we played that heavy in the PS4. And so it's kind of a bummer that we can't transfer those save files to Stadia. But am I gonna get this game for Stadia? It's free, so like of course I'm gonna get it because I'm a pro member. But as far as like investing time, man, I don't know. You guys have to convince me. If the Cloud Gaming X Discord and the Extreme Discord, if there's people on there who are hyped, I'm sure we're gonna create, an additional forum for it on the Discord. But if I see people hyped up about this game on Stadia, then maybe you guys will convince me to go back and get excited and play this game. But as of right now, man, I don't know, man. I see people getting hyped up for this game, but I'm just like, okay, I played this before. I played a lot of other MMORPG before. Do I have time being a dad with 2 kids and a husband and a full-time, having a full-time job? Do I have time to invest in this and run a YouTube channel? Do I have time to invest in this? Like, as it requires a lot. So I don't know. I don't know. But hey, if you guys can convince me, then you never know. I can go ham on this game too. But we'll see. So Grass, you sitting here saying play Fortnite. I was actually thinking because on this channel we do GeForce Now gameplay videos, and I haven't actually made a video for Fortnite yet. So I was thinking, if there's demand for it, I don't know if you're trolling right now, if you're being serious, but if there's a demand for it, I wouldn't mind making a gameplay vid for Fortnite for GeForce Now or Shadow. You guys let me know if that's something you guys want to see, or if you're interested in seeing, and we'll make it work. Yo, Chariot Gaming, what is good, bro? What's up, Ace? What up, man? How are you, man? How are you? You've been hard at work on this channel, yeah, man. Actually, yeah, we've been going ham. It's like the beautiful thing about having multiple people work on the channel is you can go ham, right? So, like I said, I'm a full-time dad, with 2 kiddos, a husband, full-time job, and YouTubing. Like, you would think, where the hell do you have time to do anything? And I'm a gamer too. You guys know you put time into games too. And the beautiful thing about having multiple people on the channel is that, you can go ham for a day, make your video content a day, take a break. Your partner can go ham the second day. So we like, if Chief has a video that is going to go up tomorrow, for saying actually he might be finished with his video. That is, by the way, it's a dope video where he's going to be comparing all of the cloud gaming services, not just like he's going in-depth comparison. He's actually thinking about like two parts to this. So that video should be, but what I'm saying is it's good to have multiple people because you can take turns going ham, so it's not me just like going ham all the time, because he has kiddos and he has a wife too, and his time is valuable. So it's pretty cool to just say, hey Chief, go ham tomorrow, and he goes ham. I'll be like, yo, I'll take the next day, and I go ham. So it gives us a break to go ham, and that's what I wanted for this channel. And I think for what what we're trying to accomplish with this channel, you need multiple people, because we want to make this the go-to channel for cloud gaming, not just Google Stadia. We want to give you guys everything related to cloud gaming on here. Like, have this be the place where you see, GeForce Now gameplay, you see Shadow gameplay, you get the how-to videos, you see the comparison. And something, that where I just DM Chief. I don't think he got to see it. It's still night in UK and he's probably sleeping. This is just a talk, and we're trying to, figure out a way to incorporate this. So we've done several news videos on this channel, like a GeForce Now news video, and it did pretty well. And so that's another area that we want to start targeting to on this channel, just bringing you guys rapid news, because one day you can get Google Stadia news like on Tuesday, and then GeForce Now news happens on Thursday. We do the weekly news roundup, but I would like to get on top of those news faster. Like the day it's released, have a video up for that news. So we're looking at ways to do that. Nothing has been written in stone yet, but that's another way that we want to make this channel the best coverage for just cloud gaming as a whole. Sunny's still killing it. The X channel is still going to be what it is, really focused on just bringing you guys Google Stadia content. He's doing great, and kudos to him. Definitely check that channel out if you are heavy and big on Stadia for sure. Thank you though, appreciate that, man. It's not easy being a YouTuber, so I'm glad that people are seeing the work that goes into this for sure. Um, that I get my Oculus Ghost and Shadow can do VR. I haven't gotten it yet. I have something. All right, so someone asked this question, and I'm actually working. I'm gonna do a video showcasing VR and Shadow. Someone I think wrote in a comment today. I don't know if that was you, Charles, but someone did, and that just a light bulb went in my head. I haven't seen a video yet of someone showcasing VR with Shadow, so stay tuned to that. I do have an Oculus Go, so you should be seeing that video soon for Shadow for sure. They should make Fortnite. You just trolling now, bro. Grosk always trolling, bro. Always trolling. I'm excited to see Stadia games and entertainment, what they come up with. Yeah, the same here, man. Same after after seeing The Last of Us 2, man. I'm like, oh gosh, Sony and the first party exclusives, man. That game looks so beautiful. And I'll get to Sony and all that later on in this live chat. But after watching that today, they held a little you know, gameplay video for people to see. It's like an 8-minute video, and it was so dope. But I am I am gonna again cover that later on today, so you guys can see that for sure. But this has me really excited for. Really? This has me excited for just what Google has in store and what Google is gonna come up with. Um, oh my goodness. Oh man. Mm, the wife, I swear. The wife. I don't know. I don't know how many times like having the podcast. Gee, I don't get anyway. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see. Anyway, I was sorry, I got distracted. I was talking about Google, talked about Sony, talked about Google. I want to see what Google does come up with too, but they had an interview where they stated that it's going to take, I think, Jade or what's her name, Erin, whatever her name is, said it's going to take about 5 years for us to see like a Breath of the Wild caliber type of exclusive. So for those of you guys waiting, it is going to take time. But the beautiful thing about it is they can buy. Sherry says, "I feel you, man. I hate that it's they just don't get it. It's not trying to be mean, but I think when it comes to like YouTube and podcast, they view it sometimes as like, oh, he's doing it for fun. Just like, and it's so interesting. And I'll get to the rest of the comment. I just saw this is what I'm respond to real quick. But no, it's pretty interesting because like, I try to be as professional, but something just does not click. Like this is professional, and it drives me absolutely insane. I can't tell you how many conversations we've had, but she just thinks that it's okay to make noise in here. It's crazy. I don't get, again, not trying to be mean, but it's life, things happen. But yeah, it's like, her girls comes over, and when they're over, it's like, don't disturb us, don't interrupt. I don't want you. They're like, we don't want you like listening to our conversations because it's personal. They're like, talking about what the husbands are doing. Respect that, give them the space. And same thing, like, if I'm going live, like, anyway, sorry to divert, man. It's just it's so interesting, man. It's so interesting. But keep going. Let's see. Where was I? All right, so covered that one. What do you think Google's going to show on IGM Gaming E3? Yeah, that's right. Someone was posting Discord that there is Google Stadia is going to be present with it. I don't know. This is going to be quite interesting to see for sure what they do show with this. I'm hoping that I don't know because they're gonna hold another connect. I feel like that's where we're gonna see some heavy hitters if they're going to announce it. I think what we might end up seeing at this event is if like third party like release a game that should be coming multi-plat to other platforms, Stadia. Stadia being one of them, we're probably going to see that game. For instance, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right? It's gonna be an Xbox, PS5, whatever, Xbox Series X, and Stadia. I think when they showcase that game or on IGN E3, then because the Stadia logo is on that game, it's gonna count as a Stadia showing. Does that make sense? But I don't think we're gonna see unless they bring some, or maybe something else that they can do if the Stadia Connect is close to the IGN E3 presentation. Maybe if Google like showcases a game come to Stadia, maybe first in Stadia, then we might see a more like hands-on gameplay footage of that game at the IGN showing. But anyway, I do think this is interesting. It's going to be pretty cool to see what they end up showing here for sure. I try to do the same on my channel, but again, being a YouTuber is not easy. And whoever who tells you this, man, tell them to um, give us the trick on how to do it and how to show us how to go about it being easy, because I'm not gonna take a lot of time on here. But you have to worry about like editing. You have to worry about making the first. You have to record your video, and if you're doing like a review video, the way I do my review video is I write a script. Number one, that takes some time, and then you have to shoot. No, you write the script first. You record the video, right? You record what you want your video to show. Like for instance, if you have talking points, right? For instance, like a control a clip review, you write about the design of it, design and then you showcase that in the video. So you showcase it to match the script that you wrote. So you do that, you shoot that video, and then the final part is you connect the script, your voice, what you spoke, your voice that you spoke with the script to the video. Make sure that it matches, right? And then that's the editing part. You edit that, make it look good, and you gotta export it. YouTubing is not easy, guys. It's a lot of work. And so, Sherry, I think you get it. I think you understand. So that makes sense. And sorry, guys, again, early if I looked frustrated. I honestly speaking am frustrated because we literally just had that conversation. So it's gonna be interesting to see what it's so interesting because her thing is like time. Like my wife wants time, so it's just like I will give you time after this is done. Just let me get. Anyway, we're gonna have a talk after this. I hope it normally goes well, but it's just like, why can't she just understand? Anyway, marriage 101. I'm actually a mental health therapist. I do marital counseling. That's actually what my specialty is. I do have my own private practice. I'm not even joking, guys. So this is what I do. And so it's pretty interesting to you know, see this is what I deal with, with other couples' life. But anyway, just thought I'll give you guys. All right, so enough diverging. Let's get back to the topic. Super Gamer, Fortnite Stadia is cool. F- It's cool. It's not cool. It's not a cool thing to talk about over and over again. I think eventually we're gonna see Fortnite come to Stadia. What I think is interesting is how big uh Epic is with supporting Stadia, Geforce Now. They just like singing praises about Geforce Now. My thing is, if you're excited about the technology of Geforce Now, why not, show some love to Google Stadia? Because again, it's the same technology. They seem to be praising cloud gaming as a whole when it comes to Geforce Now. But Stadia is there too. I think eventually it's a matter of time before we see that in Geforce Now for sure. All right, cool. I say I'm the dude with a why are people talking about Fortnite like crazy in this? This is cool. You guys must love Fortnite, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah, just I say I'm the dude with a Fortnite profile. Oh, I just got that. True that. I see what you're saying, man. I see what you're saying. I feel cool, cool. So I think I'm all cut up with the chat. Again, I'm just gonna move on to um let's see here. I'm gonna move on to Sony and the PlayStation The Last of Us event that happened today. So if you guys haven't seen that video, Sony actually showed some gameplay footage of The Last of Us 2. running on the PS4, and that game looks absolutely incredible. If you guys don't know anything about The Last of Us, I highly recommend that you guys go play the first one. The first one is a masterpiece. I believe on Metacritic, I mean, when it first released, that game was sitting. A lot of sites give it 10 out of 10. Again, called a masterpiece. One of my favorite what was the PS3 game that they remastered on PS4. Um, great game. I'm I actually don't own any consoles right now. I sold my Nintendo Switch, my Xbox One, my PlayStation 4 because I'm highly invested in cloud gaming. Yeah, I want what my words to have weight, right? So if I have a cloud gaming channel, I want that to be something that I play heavily. So this is where I do most of my gaming, but I will begin a PS4 for The Last of Us. So my thing is, I hate that I have to purchase a PS4 again for The Last of Us. I would have liked for Sony to have a cloud gaming which they do, the PlayStation Now. But the fact that we will not be seeing that game on PS Now is a head scratcher to me, right? I want to be able to play The Last of Us on PlayStation Now, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility because Sony is they have a way of just bringing the first party exclusive titles to the PlayStation Now platform. So something right now you can, I believe Spider-Man is still there. I believe Spider-Man is one of the exclusives. But something they do is they have a time limit. First of all, the games are older. I would say almost a year, 6 months to a year. I mean, they put Uncharted on the after what, like 2.5 to 3 years since it released. They put Horizon Zero Dawn about a year after it released. Spider-Man is just on the now, and that game came out like a year and a half ago. So as um same day release as like the normal console. For instance, if when Xbox releases a game, right? Except from Ori and the Will o Wisp. I can never say that. But when Xbox releases a game, same day it's on Xcloud. That's the goal. I feel like Sony should do the same thing. I hate that I have to buy a PlayStation 4 just to play The Last of Us 2, which I'm gonna end up doing, but I just wish it was something that I can play on the PlayStation Now. Even though the service is kind of terrible, and even though the service is really buggy and laggy, but just the option of knowing that I don't have to buy another, $300, $400 console, I will settle for a little lag. Again, it's mostly it's a single play game, so you don't have to worry about multiplayer or lag being an issue with that. So I would have gladly, paid what they charging $9, $10 a month. I think that's the price of PS Now just to play it. So again, Sony shooting themselves in in the foot with PS Now. I can see again. They just announced the financial report saying PS Now has only 2 million subscribers to it, which is insane because that service has been out for quite some time now. That is not a big number with the PlayStation 4 console selling over 100 million units worldwide, only 2 million active PSN Now members. Imagine if they made The Last of Us available in PS Now. Imagine like how fast that number is going to shoot up. I just don't get it. It's a no-brainer. If you want PS Now to grow, right, bring your first party exclusives. Eliminate the, uh, the option for people to have to buy your console to play your first party exclusives. But I feel like that's the trouble that Sony is in for next generation, right? Microsoft have the money. right? They have different, for instance, Xbox is not the bread winner. I mean, Windows is, and they have other, their cloud infrastructure, and the business, cloud business is kind of what generates them the most income. Sony, on the other hand, they have a lot relying on the PlayStation brand for them to be successful. So them selling consoles is something I know they take a loss the first, 2 years, the first year or two, but eventually the consoles starts making them money, so um they can't cut that revenue, right? So they need to have that exclusivity of The Last of Us on the consoles for it to thrive. So that's the frustration of Sony, the cloud, and I just wish there was another solution. Instead, I have to go buy a PS4 to play The Last of Us. I hope they learn, because next generation Microsoft's not playing. Xbox and Game Pass and Xcloud is going to be a thing that is going to challenge Sony a lot, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they combat that. We all know that they're teaming up with Microsoft, and they have the infrastructure that there's their infrastructure that they're building the cloud gaming platform on for the PS5. So we're going to see how they incorporate the first party exclusives to that, because I have a feeling that they don't figure that out. Xcloud and um, just Game Pass is gonna be a big competitor for them. So that's all I have to say about PS Now. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are with that, for sure. Again, bummed out that I have to purchase. I can't stress it enough that I have to purchase a PS4 just to play The Last of Us 2, knowing that Sony already has a cloud gaming service and that game is not going to be on there. So cool. So let me know again, trying to see here. Let me know what is going on in the chat. Not seeing a lot of comments, which is cool, because I have other things that I do want to talk about, especially Google Stadia. I think the month of June is going to be a really interesting month for Google Stadia. Let's talk about the pro games. We should be hearing about that this Thursday. We know that they bring news for Stadia Tuesdays and Thursdays. So for the pro game on Thursday, again, if they continue with what they did last month to bring 3 games to us on Thursdays, I think what we're going to see is that trend continue to where we'll get 3 games. So I'm assuming that Crater is going to be one of those games that releases for pro game. So if we get that announcement tomorrow, if we see Crater in there, comment on this video. But Crater is going to be one of those games, right? So we get Crater for June, and then who knows what else, or what other surprises they announce. But I hope, for the love of God, for the 2K community, that NBA 2K becomes a free game come June, because every September they refresh that game, and that game just went on sale for $3 in the UK, which tells me they're testing that price out to see if people give a damn about 2K. And what I'm seeing in the park is that people are on 2K. And I'm hearing people in the Discord saying, I'm not really into 2K, but because the price is that low for €3, pounds, right? They made that investment. And now the park is getting packed. So what I see happening, 2K being a free game for the month of June, and that is going to be a beautiful thing, because again, the park is pretty busy right now. I can just see it being even more busy come June if this game is free. So that's my second pro game that I'm speculating for. So we have Creator 1, 2K2, and I think the third game is going to be an indie game. I don't know which one yet. There's two games they announced when they announced the turning point. There's another puzzle game that they announced. I feel like we might get that game. I can't remember what the name is, but um, Little Nightmares. That's another one that should be releasing. Yeah, that should be releasing on the first. So that might be another one. So that might be it. But I think an indie game is gonna make its way on there for I Creator is gonna be a good get. I'll talk more about that game. But if they can bring Creator 2K, again, people want to test 2K out, but they're not willing to put that money in right now. So I can see 2K coming, right? Again, 2K 21, if you want to, it's coming out in 2 or 3 months. So I don't think people are gonna shell out all that money to purchase 2K when the new one's coming out. So if they can give it for free, I feel like people are gonna hop on. So again, my prediction: Creator, 2K, and an indie game. So people are saying Little Nightmare here. That can be a thing, or that other puzzle game that they announced with the turn point. So we'll see. It's tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll find out for sure. Let's see here. Let's continue with the comments for sure. So PS4, PS5. What are you referring to? Which one would I pick? Let me know what you mean by that, Charles. I feel you, man. That's what happened with me playing Final Fantasy 7 Remake. What up, AJ? But I didn't buy one, just hoping it end up on Stadia. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for understanding that one. I know what else. Okay, yeah, Little Nightmares for sure. I think that one might make it, or is it akin to Ben and Namco? All right, so ESO is well. I get ESO is going to be free, but they stated that it's going to be coming out on the 16th, and they normally kick off their pro games on the first of the month. So um I'll get to this. I see what you're saying, Charles. You're saying, did I mean PS4, PS5? You mean when I'm talking about The Last of Us? ESO created, yeah. So I don't think ESO we're gonna get in the 16th. So I don't think that's gonna be a pro game. But again, it's cool that we're gonna be getting that free. But I think we're gonna get another one substituting that for ESO. I definitely, because if you hear the dev talking about Creator, they keep saying coming soon. And coming soon to me means I think one of the devs actually said coming really soon. And if that's not a clue that is coming, and they said there's gonna be a free game, unless they just stealth drop it. But unless there's a connect for June that we don't know about yet, and they still drop it at that connect like they did with um Get Packed, Get Packed released after that connect. Maybe there's a connect in June that we don't know about, and maybe that can be a drop for sure. But yeah, yeah, it's exciting though. It's really really exciting, y'all. That it's about that time again where we'll begin free games for Stadia, man. If you are a Stadia Pro member, I have to say we've been hooked up, man. We've been really hooked up. So what games are you guys playing? I asked that earlier, but not a lot of people were on. But I'm really curious to just know what games are you guys playing? What games have you interest? For me personally, I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey still. That is still my single. So I like to have a single player game and a multiplayer game. And so for me personally, my single player game is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. and I'm still loving that game. I can't believe I missed out on that game, and thanks to Stadia, I'm playing that game now. So I still have to beat Red Dead Redemption 2, and I haven't got to that yet, but that's on my list as well. So when I finish Assassin's Creed, I think for again 2K is my multiplayer game. When Rainbow Six Siege becomes available, I'm probably gonna have that be swap that between 2K and six. Tried to get into PUBG, not feeling it much. Um, I play a lot in PC, played in the Xbox. I don't know. I mean, good get for Stadia. Sorry, and the fact that it was free and we didn't have to pay for it, that's excellent. But PUBG is kind of old, guys. I don't know. It just brings me back to the ESO thing, you know. ESO is kind of an old game, and so it's a game that I've put in hours, multiple hours into, and so I don't know if I'm going to do that again, man. you know. But kudos again. Something the beautiful thing about Stadia is there's still a lot of people who haven't played certain games. For instance, I haven't played the Tomb Raider game, so to me, Tomb Raider being available is a beautiful thing. It really is because I'm catching up on it. I miss Red Dead Redemption 2. I think Destiny's expansion came out and I was just sucked into that I didn't participate. I didn't play Red Dead. So having that to go back to again, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Um so it's good. It's good that these games are coming to Stadia because if you've missed it on the current consoles or PC, it gives you an opportunity to go back and play it again. So to answer this, I think I was referring to the PS4 when I was talking about The Last of Us. If that's what you were meaning. I just got the DLC for Odyssey. Yo, Froggy, tell me about the DLC because the game is still on sale right now, I believe, and so is the DLC. And they're saying that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a very meaty game. And so I'm only like 15 hours in, and we are in June. And again, I'm going to talk a little more about June for Stadia. I think this month coming for Stadia is going to be a problem for people who are complaining that we don't have enough games for Stadia. I personally feel like we're going to see an explosion. They let us know 120 games were coming. We've seen some of them, and someone did the math. They were saying what on monthly or weekly we should be seeing 10 game release if they want to meet 120 games in a year. I think that was the math. I think it was 10 games a week or a month. I can't remember. But anyway, Google, we haven't been seeing, those numbers when it comes to games. So I think the month of June is going to be an explosion for sure for Google Stadia games. So again, just I think we're going to get three awesome games for pro members, Creator being one, whether 2K possibly, and whatever indie title they throw in there. But not only that, with the release of ESO, and again, I think we're gonna get some other big releases for the month of June. Anyway, Doom is awesome, dude. Doom is awesome. Still got to go back and beat that. What game took my attention from Doom? I can't remember. I think it's probably Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Again, I like to play a single play game and a multiplayer game. And right now, Assassin's Creed is taking my single play slot. Doom was, but I took a break from it. But I have to go back and finish it for sure. Fire Emblem. Oh man, you know, AJ, man. Oh my goodness. So that's a game I miss. like the Switch is such a beautiful console. They have a lot of games that are really dear to my heart. I'm not gonna lie. I can live without Microsoft first party exclusives. Just being real, I can live without the Halos, the Forzas, the Gears of War. I can live with Sony's. I can't. Like I told, I'm actually literally going to rebuy back the PS4 that I sold. That's that's what The Last of Us does to people. To me, that's what Horizon Zero Dawn does to me. That's what God of War does. But Nintendo is just like that too. Like this week, the Xenoblade remake, Chronicles remake, is being released this week. I'm just like, shit. I'm like, let me do this. Okay. Um, I want to play that, that game so bad. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was such an awesome RPG for the Switch, and they remade the first one, which I haven't played, with better graphics. I'm just like, but no. Um, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Purchase that. So last year, the Switch killed it, hands down. Starting from June, they released what? Mario Maker June. July was Fire Emblem. August was Astro Chains. September was something. October was Fire Emblem. November was Luigi's Mansion. And late November, early December was Pokemon. Yo, talk about the firepower of games that Nintendo released last year. So with Fire Emblem, sorry, I'm still on this, man. But I guess like I'm missing that game so much. That was a game that I bought, but didn't. I was so hyped up for that game, but I hardly touched it. And so I have the game digitally. I purchased all my game digitally. So if I was ever to get a Switch again, I can just put on in my digital Nintendo Switch and play that game. But man, I miss it. I miss Three Houses. But kudos to see you playing it. Such a dope game. Zombie Army, how is that for you, man? Are you enjoying it? I tried the game. It was pretty cool for the first hour and a half, but I got really bored of it quickly. I did a lot of Call of Duty zombie mode, and this I feel is just not up to par with that. And I don't know, but are you having fun with it? Let me know. Talking about old games, yeah. ESO has a new expansion. Maybe that will get me excited for ESO. Again, if people are excited for this in the comments, I will hop on for sure. Yo, Kristen, what is up, bro? I like how you did your name there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. What's up, dude? Thanks for again. Thank you guys for being here, man. Thank you guys for joining live. It's pretty cool to see people on here this late, just chatting about cloud gaming in general. Again, we do this every Wednesday this time, and Chief does it Sunday around 1 p.m. Pacific time. And I think that's like 3 or 4 p.m. East Coast time for those of you guys in the States, and it's 9 p.m. in UK. So if you guys want to catch these, you can. It's a good segment for you guys to come through, ask all your questions for sure. So yeah, that's most of the gist that I do want to just address and talk about. But the last segment that I do want to move into is Xcloud. It's so interesting. Discord, people are like, yo, why aren't you showing Xcloud any love? Um, and realistically, there's no love to show Xcloud. And that's what it just comes down to. Um, yo, that's T Mac, bro. No way, seriously. What is good, dude? What is good? If y'all don't know T Mac, man, we had a Nintendo Switch channel called Ace and Sunny Klein. He was a sub from that channel. So good to see you on here, dude. Um, cool, cool. But yeah, with XCloud, again, people just asking where the hell is the XCloud coverage and news? And again, realistically, there's nothing to talk about when it comes to xCloud because they're not giving us anything to talk about. So I feel like until Microsoft starts giving us news, giving us new games, um, we'll cover it. So here's my thing with xCloud, and I think I said this in the last podcast. I think the competition should be afraid of xCloud, and I'm going to tell you why. And I think I covered this last time. But if you guys like Game Pass, which personally I feel like is one of the best deals right now in video games, hands down, then be excited for xCloud. Because what xCloud is going to do, and I believe this is why Microsoft is quiet about xCloud, because they already know why xCloud exists. And they've stated that xCloud is a way to give you the opportunity to play your Game Pass library of games anywhere, on any device, anytime. Microsoft's main goal is to push. This might sound crazy. Game Pass, I feel, is more important to Microsoft than the Xbox Series X console. Game Pass is Microsoft's baby. Just straight up. That I feel like is the main focus this next generation. And xCloud is going to be a way for people on Game Pass to play it on any device they want anytime. So that Netflix of gaming that people have been crying about that Stadia is not, that's exactly what xCloud is going to be. So imagine Netflix has the first party studios who create exclusive content. You look at shows like what's that scary show? Stranger Things, right? That's a Netflix exclusive. You look at Love is Blind, the dating show, that's a Netflix exclusive. Microsoft have the first party studios. They're going to be making their own exclusives, right? And then you're going to have third party, for instance, Friends was a show, a third party show that was on Netflix, which they took down, right? You're going to have old movies coming to Netflix, like The Avengers, after like 6 months, it being on DVD and Blu-ray, eventually made its way to Netflix. That's what we're going to be seeing with third-party games, and they're going to switch off. After a couple of months, games are going to leave, like you see with xCloud, and new games are going to come in. And so that is Microsoft's baby for this generation coming up. Yes, they're going to give you the what I'm interested to see is if they somehow going to find a way to bring same day release to Game Pass. And if they do that, if they can figure that part out, I feel like that's where they're gonna give Google Stadia a run for its money. The advantage I see Stadia having over xCloud right now, if Microsoft goes this route to make this Game Pass in the cloud, the advantage I see is that you will be missing out on same day releases. For instance, you won't get games like Cyberpunk 27 2077 same day release on xCloud. Yes, you can use your Xbox if you own the game to game stream it to your xCloud, which is another thing. But if Microsoft can somehow find a way to bring Xbox games same day release on xCloud through Game Pass, then I believe Stadia is going to have a huge, big competition. The reason I say that right now is because then, first of all, they'll have a bigger library with Game Pass, because with Game Pass they bring in the old Xbox 360 games on there. They bring in the first party Xbox One games on there. Xbox, so they're gonna have a backlog of catalog. So they're gonna have games for people to play. They're gonna have a lot of third-party older games to play for sure. But then if they start offering ways for you to purchase games on the same day release, then they direct competitor, and then the benefit is that you'll have all the old catalog games where Google Stadia you wouldn't have that, right? So you would still have Netflix for games, and then you have the ability to purchase same day release brand new games. That is a deal breaker. And I think right now Xcloud is in beta because they're trying to get the infrastructure right. But if they can fix their infrastructure to match Google Stadia's infrastructure when it comes to like latency and performance, and then again they offer same day release titles and then have the Netflix for games that people have been dying for, damn, that's a service that seriously is gonna give any cloud gaming platform around for the money. And I hope they take that approach, because what this is going to end up doing is pushing Google Stadia to compete, right? And by competing, it's going to be great for the consumers, because that means eventually Google Stadia is going to have to offer a similar package with giving us like that Netflix for games that people have been asking about. So they'll give us like a chance for us to have games. You can say they're doing that with the pro games now. If you're a pro member, you get about like 9 games, right? But imagine having a catalog of old games that you can play for a subscription fee a month. So it's gonna be interesting, guys. This year is gonna be really cool. But I think Microsoft is quiet because they know what they know what they want to do, which is offer X make offer Game Pass Xcloud as a way to play your Game Pass games. And I think that in the long run, that's what we're gonna see Xcloud become. A cloud gaming service for your Game Pass. That's that's and it'll be interesting if it's not that. I'll come on here and I'll let you guys know. But if I'm right, you guys have to give me kudos, because this is probably one of the first place you're hearing that. But it's exciting time for cloud gaming, and I am so happy with this channel, because we get to cover all of that. We get to cover, and we haven't even really talked about Project Tempo, guys. I mean, once that's stuff start coming out with that, man, it's gonna be really, really exciting. And again, this channel, we're not limited to just one platform. We cover it all. So just it's exciting times for sure. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's get to the shot though. Is it okay? It's okay. My girlfriend loves it, and I'm like, it's like the it's like worst less for the yeah. It's like you talking about that zombie game, right? That came out for as a pro game for Google Stadia. Oh, I'm glad she likes it. I'm glad she. I just wish the game is not co-op locally, right? It's co-op multiplayer for players. So it'll be dope. Like if you can just pass her a control and you have a control and you guys both play. But great, I'm glad. So I'm guessing we share the same. Cool. So you agree that it's not the greatest zombie apocalyptic game. So cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it though. I'm glad she's enjoying it. Yeah, you sold. Yeah, I did sell my Switch. And I the reason being I just didn't play it, man. Once I go, like we had the Switch channel, and to me it was all about the Switch. That's what I focused on. I hardly play my PS4 because as a YouTuber, it's all about making content. So if you have a platform that you're always making content with, it's hard to invest time in other platforms. So when I had the Switch channel, it's all about the Switch. And then now I cover cloud gaming as a whole. It's mostly, I the amount of games I have the back catalog right now, it's insane. Because again, we cover not only Google Stadia. So I have all my Stadia back catalog that I have to cover. and then I have like my GeForce Now games and my Shadow games. Um, it's so, and then I have Xcloud, which hooks you up with unlimited like what it's like 75 to 80 games on there right now, all for free that you can play. Guys, like I have so many games to play, right? So yeah, so I hardly touch my Switch. Like I said, these awesome first party games like Fire Emblem and Pokemon. And I had all these games, bro, like Pokemon, Luigi's yo, oh my goodness. I didn't touch Luigi's Mansion. Like I was so hyped up for that game, and that game came out and I bought it, and I still have it digitally, have not touched it. Astro Chains did not touch. I put like about what 4 or 5 hours into Fire Emblem. I got Pokemon, did not touch. Got yo, like it's a problem. So yeah, I had to I sold it because I'm like, and one of the reasons I sold is because the Switch is really hot right now. So you can't find the Switch anywhere right now. So people are actually paying some ridiculous amount of money for it. So I'm just like, hey, I'm not playing it. Eventually the price is gonna get lower again. And when I get bored, I'm just gonna pick up another one. But yeah, I sold it, and y'all don't hate me. I still have a lot of love in my heart for the Switch. It's still one of the better consoles right now. But yeah, I had to get rid of it. But yeah, y'all in the chat too. Again, let me know what you guys are playing. I'm just interested to see if there's a game on Stadia that or any other cloudian platform that's hot that I'm missing. Um Bring that to my attention. That's why I'm asking what you guys are playing. This let's chat. Someone mentioned the game. I was like, oh shoot, yo, what I think is interesting here is you don't see games from Japanese studios going and sell that frequently. Yeah, we just got Dragon Ball Z on sale like last month, but the sale only lasted what, like a week or maybe 2 weeks, but it wasn't that long, right? But think about Attack of the Titans. That game has not been on sale yet. The reason I say this because I've been waiting for that game to be on sale. I bought the game, I played it, I didn't like it, and I returned it on Stadia. But after I returned, I started missing it. But I was like, I'm not gonna shell out $60 for this game. So I've been waiting for a good sale, and I haven't found a sale on that game at all. Um, and so that's a game that I'm really, really excited for and really waiting for it to be a sell. But I just noticed with the Japanese games, you don't see it go and sell that much, man, which I find pretty interesting. Um, so Cheryl says I might get into Ember. Um, so I was watching Rocks. For if you guys haven't watched Stadia Rocks, I think is a YouTube creator. Um, he was talking about this game. I think he was interviewing someone who I caught a glimpse of it, and the person was just talking about his frustration with this game, and how it kind of gave Stadia Rock R O K K. My goodness, it's just coffee. I promise, guys. But no, he was just talking about how for an early access game, um, this game gave like stated bad rep because this game is really broken. He was saying it's like one of the worst early access games. And there's also something that he was mentioned that you do pay for this game, but then the game is gonna leave eventually, and I don't think anyone knows what's gonna happen to the money, right? So if the game leaves, it's like a time you get a certain amount of time to play Ember. Um And when the game leaves, I don't know if you guarantee to even get the game back when it comes out in full. So this is not the full game. This is an early access, so it's kind of like a beta. So you paying to play a beta. And the game, from what I'm hearing, is really broken to the point where it's not enjoyable. I was I've been in contact with the dev. I think we should begin the code. I have to ask Chief. We didn't get it right away. They said something about like running out, but Sunny got a code in X channel. I can actually, log into his account and play this game if I really wanted to. But I just have no interest or desire to play this. I don't know, but I was watching Rock's interview and they were saying the game is really broken. So just going with it with caution. That's all I'm saying, Charles. But if people are praising this game, if you've heard good things about this game, then they said it's fun when you have people to play it with. And I've heard people say that the later levels get ridiculous to where if you don't have, a group of people playing it with you, that it almost becomes impossible to actually pass. Um, so yeah, just want to give you a heads up. Go in it with a little caution. That's all. I want Diablo to come to Stadia. I think eventually Chris is gonna come. It's just a matter of time. It's a very popular game. Uh Bethesda, who makes Diablo? Wow. I should know this. Um I think Bethesda makes Diablo, right? Or am I wrong? No, no, they don't make who the hell makes Diablo? Wow. Epic fail. I should know this. Um Diablo. Shoot. Anyway, why I'm asking the questions, I believe that if the it's interesting because if the developers have brought other games to Google Stadia, then that means that hopefully we should be seeing Diablo in here too. I'm drawing a complete blank on the maze. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments below. I should know this. I should know this. It's right here, tip of my tongue, but I can't. Anyway, yeah, Oh my goodness, Blizzard. Wow. Yeah, I think I just lost some gaming cred right there. Dag. Anyway, we don't have that's probably why. That makes sense because Blizzard yeah, thanks Chris. We don't have any Activision Blizzard games on here yet. And I think, I said by fall of this year, I would be very surprised if we don't see a Call of Duty. I think once we start seeing Call of Duty here on Stadia, then Blizzard more Blizzard games will come, like Diablo. It's just a matter of time. I think the industry needs to warm up to Stadia. Sounds like some devs are already. I mean, EA coming in Stadia, guys. You guys don't know how big of a deal that is. But it's a big deal because this puts eyes on all the other developers to take Google Stadia seriously. So, Activision likes to compete with EA like it not. So seeing EA on here, they're gonna want to compete too. So I think it's a matter of time before we start seeing Activision Blizzard games, the Call of Duties, the Diablos on here for sure. But man, it needs to come though. It's so interesting to see how many people still interest in Diablo. It's a game that came out so long ago. Diablo 4 would be great. That's kind of like what I tell people like, yo, GTA 5 on Stadium, like it's like how many the one thing I would like to see. Okay, so I've played GTA 5 multiple times. Played in the PS3, beat it. Played in PS4, beat it again. Played online. Got in PC when they came out on PC because I wanted to see what it was like maxed out. Didn't beat it on there, but play a lot. And so I've bought GTA about like 3 times, and I'm GTA'd out. But I think GTA coming to Stadia, why it'll be so dope is because it's gonna look better and run better than consoles. It might not look better with the issues that they're having with HDR and presenting true 4K, but I think when it comes to frame rate though, it's gonna be matching what we're gonna what we've seen on PC. So it's gonna run better personally, I think. So that's why I would be excited to see GTA. And my goodness, if they can do something about that loading time for GTA on Stadia, that would be awesome. But anyway, I would say personally, I'm more interested in GTA 6 than GTA 5. Just being real. We know GTA 6 is like a year or two down the road. My hope is that Google is working really hard to make that a same day release as consoles. Um, that's my hope. Like I GTA 5 will be a decent get. I mean, it'll get the industry excited and talking, but I would rather them focus and put more energy in getting GTA 6 same day release with other consoles. That's what I would hope to see. I'm planning on getting that Sundered game because I'm a big fan of Metrovania. Yeah, that game I displayed it running on mobile. If you like Metrovania games, it's I mean I think it's one of the first ones in Stadia right now. So I mean that will fill your itch. It's no Castlevania for sure, but also has a full play co-op, which I'm really dying to say. I didn't get to that in my um gameplay vid, but I'm interested to see what that looks like. But that's a if you're into Metrovania, that's a good get for now, for sure. Charles said Blizzard, yes. Oh my goodness. Again, I lost some gaming cred for not knowing the makers. I knew it was right there. I was like, I talk about this people a lot. I should know what this company is, but it is Blizzard. So thanks, chat, for clarifying that. Um, so again, the month of June, I think is going to be big for Stadia. I think we're gonna kick off June with some banging, and I mean banging, pro member free games. I think we're going to. I've stated it earlier. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I think we're gonna get some really good games. But I think the news and the games that we're going to get for Stadium this month is going to be really, really exciting. Um, so let's talk about GeForce Now. Again, this is the cloud gaming chat, and GeForce Now, man, they've been doing some really, really good big things. And again, every Thursday they release games, new games. I would say they release access to to old games that was playable in the beta. I just find that interesting because most of these games that they're making available are actually games that you previously could play in beta without an issue, but now it's kind of like a new release on GeForce Now platform. Anyway, every Thursday they do release new games um on GeForce Now. So let me share the screen with you though. But it's a new thing where devs must opt in to include games on GeForce Now, and it sounds like GeForce Now is just really, really fired up. It's so interesting because it seems like a lot of people counted them out, but they every week, man, it seems like they are just fighting in a good way to stay relevant, and I believe personally that they have been doing a good job with Activision Blizzard leaving, Bethesda leaving, Microsoft Studios leaving. These people are still finding ways to make noise. So they talked about 2 million. They have 2 million users right now for the GeForce Now platform. Okay. So I talked about earlier PlayStation Now having only 2 million members after selling 100 million consoles, and how I was not impressed by that. GeForce Now came out of beta, what, 2 months ago, and they already have 2 million users. Yes, it's free. Yes, you don't have to pay for a couple of months. But guys, this is a big win. I mean, it shows that people are excited about it. 2 million users is not a number to sleep on. And so this is big. But this talks about they have 200 publishers committed to the platform, which is really good. We know Epic Games is standing by it. We know Ubisoft is standing by it. But I think it's going to be interesting, just moving forward, to see if they can get these companies that left, get them back. But again, it sounds like you know um, they are doing things, man. It sounds like they are making moves, right? Trying to get the right studios. So I don't, I talked about them selling this off to, like a third, like someone who might be interested, say Steam, right? If they want to start their own cloud game instead of starting it, they can just, buy GeForce Now and make that their thing, like how Nvidia made the K1 tablet, but people speculate that they sold the K2 tablet, and that's what the Switch became. Anyway, I know they're using the chip that they were supposed to use for the K2 tablet for the Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I don't think that's the case. I think Nvidia is going to take this platform seriously, and I think that they're going to invest money to make this something that rivals any other cloud game platform. um and I think they're sticking to the guns in this. They want this to be a companion service to PC gamers, and I think that's what this might end up being, and that's what they stick with, which to me personally is interesting that this is the route that they are wanting to take with this. um but hey, 2 million users, man. You can't go wrong with that move if people are interested. But yeah, just thought I want to share this with you guys. Tomorrow is Thursday. Don't forget, they're going to be releasing a couple of, they've been averaging about 15 plus games a week. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what they come up with for tomorrow. Wonderful 101. It's a great game that came out for the Switch. Same day release, came out on GeForce Now last week. Did a video on it. Didn't like the way the video came out, so I actually deleted it. But it's a fun game. Again, one of those games in my back catalog that I have to play and get into. But yeah, is it worldwide? Are you talking about GeForce Now? Is Froggy, is that what you're talking about? GeForce Now, is it worldwide? I believe so. I know it's limited to some countries, but I know people in UK have it. I know people in Canada have it. Um, I think I was talking to someone who was in India who did not have access to it. So I don't know if it's available all over the world yet. But I would just say search it on Google and see if it's available for you. But if you are in the States, man, definitely check it out. I like GeForce Now, and I like how aggressive they are being, even with all the negative, press that they are getting. They still saying don't count us out, making moves. I mean, they have been, apart from Stadia, they've been making the most noise when it comes to cloud gaming. You expect the news from them every week. They're giving you numbers. That's something Stadia is not doing. Stadia is not letting us know how many people are active. These people are like, yo, we got 1 million, yo, we got 2 million. I mean, they're proud of, what they're doing. And they're giving us numbers, and you're not seeing Stadia do that. So kudos to GeForce Now for fighting back, man, with all the negative press that they've been getting for sure. Yeah, GeForce. Yeah, I would say personally, Froggy, just go. I don't know for sure. I know it is available in other parts of the world, but where are you? Maybe that can be easy for me to help you. If you're in the UK, I know it's available in UK because Chief is over there and he's using it. Um, so let me know what part. You can probably just Google it and see if it's available in your area for sure. Um, but yeah, so tomorrow be expecting some gameplay vids on whatever new games that Nvidia or GeForce Now team decide to announce. And on Friday, make sure you tune into our weekly cloud gaming news coverage where we'll take all the news that we find about cloud gaming in the whole and put in 15 to 20-minute video weekly roundup. And my chief and I will be in that video just talking about the news and giving you guys our opinion on the news and the announcement. So that's GeForce Now. Talked about Xcloud, talked about GeForce Now, talked about Stadia. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the channel. Let me know how you guys enjoying the content. Again, we are, just we keep growing, and it's pretty cool to see people have interest in cloud gaming as a whole instead of just singling out one platform. You guys seem to really enjoy having those weekly roundup videos letting you guys know the news covering all the other cloud game platform. So again, every Wednesdays I'm doing this let's chat. So feel free to join. I know it's late for some of you guys, but if you guys can make it, great. If not, you can catch the video after it airs. Um, Friday, we do weekly videos. You'll see that go up early in the mornings. Sunday at 1 p.m., Chief is going to do another Let's Chat. And we just talked about bringing streams back to YouTube. I know about a week and a half ago, we talked about it. Just taking our gameplay streams on Twitch. But it makes sense to just have everything in one place. We're like whatever. If YouTube wants to screw us over, let them screw us over. We still growing. Our videos still getting views. So um we're bringing the streams back. Typical Jade, and what is good, bro? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Just talking with us, chatting with us. Really cool to see you guys, and that's why I do this. It's a good way to just interact with you guys, get to know you guys, and just connect with you guys. So appreciate you guys who are out here and who are watching live. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I just want to end with this. Give me what you guess is gonna be. We should begin the pro Google Stadia games come tomorrow, right? We get news for Stadia Tuesday and Thursday. What do you guys think we're gonna see for pro games tomorrow? I'm curious to know. Aaron, what is good, my dude? What's up? What's up, Aaron? Again, thank you guys for being here. How late it is, man. Um, really, really cool that you guys are interested. I'm gonna let the chat roll for a bit. Just wanna see what your thoughts are with the games. Let me know if I'm my prediction is NBA 2K, creator, and an indie title. I think the indie title is possibly going to be, I can't remember the name, but the puzzle game, the other puzzle game that they announced with the Turing Point, I feel like that's going to be the next game. So 3 games I feel like we're going to get. But let me know. I'm curious to see what y'all's guess is um, in the comments for sure. Let's see. Gonna give this a little time. Actually, while we have time, I'm just gonna check Sorry, check the source, see if there's any news. By the way, if you guys are looking for a good website to check out Stadia news, as a whole, definitely check out Stadia source. I feel like they're on point. I feel like they know what the hell they're doing. Sounds like there's a lot of great guys there with some experience with building a successful web page, and they do a good job just bringing all of the Stadia news on the website. So if you guys haven't checked out Stadia source, do. All right, so that's what I'm going to use to just see if there's any um Stadia news as a whole that I'm missing. Ooh, actually gonna share my screen with you guys so you guys can see what I'm seeing here. One sec. Do-do-do. Okay. So, see more Avengers on the War Table stream June 24th. So, those of you guys itching, it states here, those of you guys itching to see more hugely anticipated Marvel Avengers game will get to see more gameplay, including a co-op mode. This should be a lot of fun. Um, June 24th. So if y'all are interested in the Avengers, that's also gonna be another dope game that we're gonna be getting for Stadia. So check that out, y'all. June 24th. Mark that in your calendar. See what we got from that event. More Destiny. You know, a game that people are forgetting that is gonna make its way to Stadia this year. Every year around the fall time, Google actually, not Google, Bungie actually makes an expansion to Stadia. Oh my goodness, probably about time for me to get off. They update Destiny with an expansion, or who knows, we might even see Destiny 3. Maybe we'll see that E3. They normally present, you know, the make an announcement E3, but E3 being canceled might get like a Bungie Direct. But don't sleep on Destiny, man. There's a new one coming this fall. Every year they do something, either a brand new one or an update. So if you guys are Destiny players, stay tuned for that. Still, let's see. So Mortal Kombat Aftermath, not a lot of news. Elder Scroll, Valhalla covered both of these games. So yeah, I think we covered most of the stuff here. Nothing stands out that we a Series M4 coming in August. I'm again, I think it's a good get for Stadia, but not my cup of tea. But I read in the Discord some people are really excited for that. So kudos to you guys. So I'm gonna go back to the chat. See, so Aaron says Krata, Sundred, or it'll be a slap in the face for people who just purchased this Sundred game if they put that, because this game literally just came out. But kind will be a good free game. Trials also will be, I think someone mentioned Trial Rising. It's not up here yet, but Aaron said Trial Rising. That'll be a good free game. I think it's interesting. The last Stadia Super Saturday, Eddie hosted a Ubisoft panel, Google Stadia panel with other creators, and he mentioned something in there that caught my attention. He said, Ubisoft has never, they're one of their Stadia's biggest supporters, but none of the games have ever been a free pro game. If you look at that. So this would be the first, Trial Rising will be the first Ubisoft pro title if it makes its way. I personally I didn't even connect that until he said that. I was like, oh shoot, that's true. But yeah, if Trial Rising makes it, it'll be the first Ubisoft game that they offer for free for pro members, and I believe it'll be A good game to start. You think it's because you play? You might have a point with that. It's so interesting, Aaron, because I see Try Rising here on my second screen, but I'm waiting for it to pop up on StreamYard, but it's not popping up, which is so interesting. It skips right over and gets to this comment that you posted. You think it's because you play? You might have a really great point with that. We just have to wait and see what comes with you play, right? If anything, it should. Yo, I agree. I agree. I actually was on Breakpoint yesterday. One of the reasons I got Breakpoint was to play multiplayer. Again, I'm a big fan of SOCOM, right? I played SOCOM heavily in the PS2. And people compare the multiplayer of Breakpoint to SOCOM. And so I was really fired up, man. I didn't get it for PC. I didn't, which I should have done because actually I have it on Uplay. Oh shit! I just thought of something. I do have it on Uplay for PC, so I can play it on GeForce Now. Oh man! Wow, the beauty of cloud gaming. So here's what I'm doing with Breakpoint. I want to play the multiplayer. Stadia doesn't have the people on to support it because no one's buying Breakpoint. And you're saying it should be a free game. I agree 100%. But this will be the first Ubisoft title. But if you have Uplay and if you have GeForce Now, you can technically play the PC version of the game, which will have more people on for you to play online. So if that's what I'm do. Wow. That's cool. I just made that connection on this live stream. So after this actually I'm gonna play some Breakpoint online for GeForce Now through Uplay. And that way I can get my multiplayer fix, Matt. Again, I have it for Stadia and I highly would not recommend. Yeah, it has Stream Connect feature, but I highly would not recommend it if you want it for the online play. Oh man, I'm so excited now, man. I'm actually gonna go play that right after this. Play some multiplayer. That's cool. It's really cool. All right, fellas. I think I'm gonna end it here. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat. Don't forget Friday, our weekly cloud gaming news video is gonna go up. Sunday afternoon, Chief is gonna be hosting another one of this. Chief right now is working on a comparison video, in-depth comparison video about all of the cloud gaming platform, and he's gonna give you guys his take on which he feels is better. And so it's not, how he does like comparing graphics or comparing boot up times. It's gonna be is he's actually thinking about making this a two-part series. That's how big this video is going to be. So he's going to go in depth. So if you guys want to see the breakdown, and he's really good at numbers breakdown. So he's taking his time on that video. I think he's been working on it for a week, probably even longer than that. So stay tuned for that video. Should be coming this week. I think he said he might have it up by tomorrow. So stay tuned for that video. Should be a lot of fun to see how that turns out. Yeah, that's the channel update. Again, appreciate you guys. We got a ton of new subs. It's pretty cool to see people interested in our vision for this channel. And so look forward to other videos coming. All right, fellas, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Till next time, y'all. Peace out.